JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 21-year-old charged with murder. 21-year-old Kerry Charlton has been arrested and charged with murder following the shooting death of 25-year-old Montel Shaw in Manchester on Wednesday, January 27. The police said that Shaw was walking along the roadway about 8:40 a.m. when two men traveling on a motorcycle approached him. He reportedly ran down a slope and was chased and shot multiple times. The men fled, and Shaw was assisted to the hospital. The police said that while being treated, Shaw gave a dying declaration in which he implicated Charlton as one of the men who shot at him. Lawmen said that he was shown a photo album and he identified Charlton. The police said Charlton was arrested on Wednesday, June 30, during an operation. He was charged following an interview. Police arrest man caught with gun. A man is now in police custody in relation to the seizure of a gun and the several rounds of ammunition during an operation in the Brayton Parkway, St. Catherine on Friday. His identity has been withheld pending further investigation. The police said about 1:30 p.m. officers saw the man walking along the roadway when his actions arose their suspicion. He was reportedly accosted, searched, and a Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 9 rounds of ammunition was found in his possession. Man charged for St. James shootings that left 7 injured. The police have charged a man in connection with last month's shooting in St. James that left 7 people injured. He's 27-year-old Dermaine Hood, otherwise called Dunn, of Spring Mountain, the parish, who was on Wednesday charged with 7 counts of wounding with intent and 2 counts of shooting with intent. His court date is being finalized. The police say that one of Hood's accomplices was killed the day after the shootings, which happened on Sunday, June 27. It was reported that about 2:40 p.m., Hood and his accomplice, later identified as Levante Roden, were among men armed with high-powered rifles and handguns, who opened fire on a group of men who were at a car wash in Down Road Square in the parish. 4 men were injured at that location. An off-duty policewoman who was nearby responded to the incident. The police say she was shot at by the men and returned gunfire. The men fled in a motor car. The policewoman escaped unhurt. In a bid to escape, the gunmen collided with another motor vehicle. They then opened fire on the occupants, injuring 3 more persons. The police say Roden was shot dead by unknown assailants in Johnstall in the parish on Monday, June 28. They say investigations are ongoing as detectives in St. James are working diligently to arrest all persons involved. Gifts of plyboards and zinc keep the poor in poverty, says Dr. Chang. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang, the Member of Parliament for St. James Northwestern, says the practice of distributing plyboards and zinc to the poor by politicians is helping to keep many Jamaicans trapped in poverty. Chang, who is also Deputy Prime Minister, said that traditionally, social housing in Jamaica was more about MPs having access to funds, which they would use to provide home improvement to many of their constituents by way of building blocks, plyboards, and zinc. All along, I thought that kind of program really reflected the politics of what my Prime Minister calls the politics of poverty. Because the people are poor, they accept anything they get, said Chang. Chang was speaking at Wednesday's handover for 3-bedroom house to St. James resident, 38-year-old Marva Mason, who benefited from the government's social housing program, which is designed to help persons below a particular income level to acquire homes, according to Chang. While residents might be grateful when an MP gives them plyboards, building blocks, and zinc to fix a leak on their roof or carry out other repairs on their homes, for the most part, their lives remain unchanged. They get a few zinc and plyboards and they feel good about it because the MP cares. Miss Mason had tried to do something there, pointing to an incomplete building. Obviously, she got some building blocks from me, but it couldn't go all the way and the quality of life remains very much the same, said Chang. And I think in many ways, that program not only reflects the politics of poverty, but it shows a level of disrespect for the humble people of the country. Because if you're doing something right for poor people, do it right and get them out of the situation they're in, he argued. He said that the house gifted to Mason and her 4 children represents social transformation and a departure from politically created poverty. Project delay angers Mackenzie. Local Government Minister Desmond Mackenzie got in a fit of rage during his tour of Westmoreland on Thursday after discovering that a matron's quarters and a male ward at the Salvamore Infirmary were still incomplete despite funding being granted 4 years ago. I'm very dissatisfied, unhappy, vexed and mad with the situation here, said Mackenzie, who urged Mayor Bertel Moore to step up to the plate and complete the project. From 2017 this a go on, damn foolishness, and until now it can't finish. Mackenzie said that funds were made available for the construction of a new matron's quarters following a tour he did with the Salvamore mayor in 2017. The building was not fit for habitation, the local government minister said. Approximately $42 million was disbursed in addition to funds provided by the National Housing Trust. Sin was grossly disappointed. Mackenzie painted Westmoreland municipal officials as laggards. Manchester has built 3 brand new buildings and has completed. Portland has built 2. St. Elizabeth has done theirs. And all the other infirmaries that have benefited under the rehabilitation program have completed their projects on time and within budget, said Mackenzie. Responding to Mackenzie's outburst, Moore told journalists that he was just as frustrated as the minister. I blame this totally on our superintendent. I said to her more than once we must work on both buildings at the same time, said Moore. She does not budge. So she's the one that I put the blame on. I am tired of talking to her concerning it, and we have to do something. Nadine Collins-White, the temporary matron at the infirmary, said the facility was currently overcrowded. 13 COVID fatalities, 63 new virus cases. 13 Jamaicans have become the latest COVID-19 fatalities, pushing the island's virus death toll to 1,153. 7 of the deaths were previously reported under investigation. 5 of the victims were from Hanover, including 4 females ages 27, 81, 82, and 88, and a 66-year-old male. 3 of the victims were from Manchester, a 68-year-old and an 83-year-old female, along with an 84-year-old female. 2 of the reported deaths, a 59-year-old male and a 52-year-old female, were from Kingston and St. Andrew. The remaining victims were a 43-year-old male from St. Anne and an 86-year-old male from Trelawney, and a 97-year-old female from St. Elizabeth. Another death was reported as coincidental. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health and Wellness at the island recorded 63 new cases of the virus, pushing the total number of confirmed cases on the island since the outbreak to 51,046. The new cases comprise 36 females and 27 males with ages ranging from 6 to 80 years. The ministry said 16 of the new cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 12 each in St. James and Westmoreland, 10 in St. Catherine, 6 in St. Anne, 2 each in Trelawney and Hanover, and 1 each in Clarendon, Portland, and St. Mary. The ministry further reported 1,075 new recoveries, which pushed the total recoveries to 45,282. There are 4,259 active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.